Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome. We are back at the Anvil's place for some hit training. We got Anvil, we got Marcus, we got Ethan. Ethan's a bit tired, but you're gonna come in at the end and clean up the scraps. Marcus, you feeling good?
Yeah, good.
After your big back pressure lift the other day,
It was a week ago, yeah.
you two, between the two of you, just have upset the world of arm wrestling. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm used to upsetting the world. Marcus, you're new to the game.
Yeah, Marcus, you're gonna get used to upsetting American arm wrestlers and whatnot. But anyway, we're here to do some hit training. And guys, before we do, make sure I just gotta do the obligatory plug right now. I don't know, it's going to be till they're all gone, but there's 50% off Todd Hutchins, Todzilla t-shirts. Go grab them. Look, have you got one of them?
No.
Anyway, powerfatarmwrestling.com. Go grab them.
Warm up first.
Yeah.
What happened with the chalk?
Oh, I went excessive with the chalk.
You did.
I did.
Chalk explosion.
If I start bleeding, I got a sunspot burnt off the other day.
Right.
So I chalked it all up.
Ranger Chronicles.
Yeah. So I saw a poll on you versus Schoolboy. I think what you had like 70% of votes. To me, that's total non-match. Total non-match. You and Schoolboy.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, one day, of course. Like, of course, he's gonna dominate the world one day.
Yeah.
But
I've been saying that a while. One day.
yeah, but he's still young. He's not in his main strength. And I'm thoroughly in mine. So it's like,
Well, he doesn't have a hook. First of all, he doesn't have a hook, and the strength of your fingers these days, it is hard to top roll you. Really awful. I've stopped trying because I just can't. I can't crack your fingers. So I think it goes into a hook, and I think it's a very easy day. But it's not gonna happen anyway. But it's a talking point. Ugh. Okay. Oh, you ready for a bang?
wait, we better grab that little table.
You can see the energy's high at the moment. We're all just flying with energy right now, but this, yes, a bit sore. There's nothing better to get rid of soreness than some ready goes. That's what they say, isn't it?
No one ever.
Alright.
Connected. Oh, it connected. Very good. New iPhone, you see.
Oh,
Yeah, upgraded.
nice.
Much more big.
Hit your wrist.
Yeah.
First one hurt mine. This one, that one was like, no, more integrity in there.
Wake up.
Yeah. It's all jittery, jumpy, missing things within myself. Scared of your power then. First time we both didn't miss one. That was simultaneous then. We both went early, but it's alright.
Not coordinating. It's like I just need.
It's been a few weeks, man.
It's like a quarter second.
It's been a while.
To get that in. One shoulder line there, I didn't win the hit, but stopped you.
Oh, nearly.
Strap.
Strap?
Yeah, it's just We're both kind of adopting no loads either.
Yeah, well, that's a few people have asked me if I'm more of an offensive or defensive arm wrestler now, and I said, well, I have more runs on the board defensively, but I'm trying really hard to become an offensive arm wrestler to a decent degree again.
Yeah, but we're not loading.
But that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's good. That's what makes that's a big characteristic of Zloty Tur style pulling.
Yeah. Pissed me off.
Good, we're gonna get fired up. Lock in a second. You're definitely having to catch. You haven't found your spark on the initiation yet.
Interesting.
Marcus! You need to warm up or you good? You good? No choke?
Yeah, sure.
He's no good. He didn't have a thing on him.
Okay, second one.
Oh, wow. Load some bite, load some threat. Use that back pressure threat you got. Better. So good. Oh, that was good. You got my wrist. You had that. That was yours. Follow that through, like, for the purpose of this training.
Yeah.
If you get my wrist like that, crush it.
I'm always like a millisecond late
You,
with what I want.
you were good then. My wrist went totally. Better. Your groove's waking up.
Yeah.
Your groove's waking up. Yeah. Us. Alright. I'm just making thumbnails in the background here. There's got to be a thumbnail here somewhere in one of these.
Doesn't like your own. It doesn't like you. Doesn't want you in there.
Just move.
Pause for a second, Marcus. I just want to give you a couple of pointers. Back down to your starting position for me. So, one strength that you have, is back pressure, right? We saw big back pressure, and you're doing it from a long lever. Even though Lachlan has the back pressure to equivalently match you, he's doing it from a shorter lever. So straight away, even in a no-load position, you want to develop what we call static threat. Static threat just means you're not dynamically trying to move and trying to lift him up, but you're establishing a position on the high ground and not giving it up. Not giving it up. So as the taller man, when you come to the table, take that high ground. Straight away with this bone and this ridge, take, not too extreme, otherwise the ref won't ever allow it, but just a couple of millimeters your side of center, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
So take a position, yeah, like that, and then don't give it back. Be a bully, be an absolute prick about it. Maintain this ridge strong, really strong in the negotiation. And if your opponent reacts to that, that means he's not reacting to this, okay? So if you can load and get his fingers reacting, that frees up side pressure and a cup from the go. So, but for you especially, man, you're a tall man and you got big back pressure. Use it as a weapon in your setup. Try to use it as a springboard for wrist flexion and side pressure. Really launch. Aggression from there, because you should have your hand from there. Better. So again, establish the ridge. Lockie's got the high ground off you again. Take it back. You're the taller man, don't let him have it. Lockie's got it. Better. But I don't know if you can see and feel the subtleties when Lockie had it, even though Lockie's shorter, if his knuckles are more vertical than yours, he's got the high ground. So it's okay for his knuckles to be up, but it's got to be low on your wrist if you're going to give him that ridge. So you've got freedom to just launch into a cup and hit. And then you're not actively pronating after the go, you're just maintaining pronation. Okay, so you're static through your back pressure and your pronation, you're going to dynamically cup and side pressure. Alright, so take the highest setup you can get, good.
I feel like I'm taking his knuckles on that though.
That's all right. Just establish a strong ridge. That's better there. That the posture and the shape is what's important. Now, from here, get it up, get up, get up, get up. From here, you're just going to launch sideways with cup, okay?
Yep.
And aggressively.
Not this one.
It's all about, for you, it's about access to power for you off the go. You want to be in a position where you're certain that you can be your strongest after the go.
Oh, sorry.
Center's this way. There.
This one?
Second.
So what is happening here is you're getting access to your power for a moment, but then Lachlan's combination of cup and pronation is overwhelming your wrist. So if your cup is the thing that's going, which it is in this circumstance, Lachlan's taking control, you need to create a position in the setup where your cup is going to be deeper. So look for depth, look for depth. The way you're going to get depth, wrist up, thumb right back, retract your thumb in the setup. So when you go thumb on thumb, it's not like this, it's like that. That's going to get you an extra inch pass. So as you come to the setup, really retract your thumb. Same again, maintain the back pressure threat, retract your thumb, and and again, be an asshole. Don't give your opponent anything.
Oh, second one.
And really cup hard, Marcus. Cup hard off the go and side pressure. Because if you have your cup, you're in a match. If you lose your cup, it's hard. Lockie, what are you feeling? Are you feeling improvement?
Yeah, there's a rise, but it's just opening another avenue. Maybe it just comes down to wrist action. This one. This one.
So do you feel like if you drive sideways, your hand gets left behind? Is that what you feel?
I'll just try to control this before I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Give it both. Give me side pressure, like aggression to the pad, and just cup. Don't worry about anything else. And we just want to see what breaks down.
My wrist is the same.
Yeah. The first time, Lachlan didn't flatten your wrist. What flattened was actually your internal rotation, because you secured your wrist, you drove, and you got turned. So that means your pronation or your internal rotation was the failure. On the second one there, your wrist was flattened. So Lachlan turned on more rising back pressure. So he's using different methods to defeat you based on the shape of your setup. But the most important thing is that you feel all these things and go, okay, if my wrist is going, get deeper. If my rotation's going, get higher. Like all those things are factors that you just want to feel. So more.
Like, the simplest way, what you're doing is when you're cutting across shoulder line here, I just go, cool, you can have it. And I stay out here in your fingers. So I become straight here, or you'll cut across, and it's just easy for me to cut you off because I'm getting outside. If I was to try and match you and cut off your shoulder line and have to use more pec and shoulder for me, then it might be harder.
So come stand here for a second, Marcus. Watch.
It's confusing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, simple. Like, you go across. So when you're set up like this, instead of me trying to bully you there,
He's just securing the fact that your fingers are going to go.
and my arm is now straight here, and he's cutting the angle. So I'm just.
So what, like, to go through the basics of what I was trying to reiterate to you before, I do the same on Lachlan. Even if it's no load, I'm going to try to establish if this line here, all the way from my index finger to my elbow, rise it as much as I can whilst keeping in a strong position. So I lift my shoulder up like that, and I often will come to the table just floating, and Lachlan, take a grip on that. I can, without closing my hand, I can still keep my threat. So Lachlan has had to grip something. He can't grip further out. Like if I relaxed, he's.
Oh, okay.
So I established this.
That's what I mean by threat.
Yeah, and the threat is there. No matter what, the threat is there. And so he feels that threat, becomes somewhat aware of that threat. When I close my hand now, I have much, because he's responding to this threat, means he's not threatening my fingers with that. Not in the static threat sense. So that gives me freedom to launch there and hope that he doesn't turn me here in the meantime. So it becomes a race of him turning me here versus me turning him there. And the more genuine threat you have here, the more freedom there is to attack there. That's what I was trying.
Kind of like in BJJ, if you're gonna feint going for side control, and instead of doing that, you're setting them up to hit him with an armbar.
Yeah.
But they think you might come over for like a Kimura or something like that. It's like setting up a Kimura and then flipping it and hitting an armbar the same way. So it's like it's setting me up and it's making me have to choose options. It's like, okay, I can't bully you there, and then if I can't bully you there, where am I going to go?
Yeah.
So you're creating, you need to think about the options that you're forcing me to make. So when you go into a Kimura, they're going to move their leg here and they're going to move that there, and then you're going to cut them off. Same thing. You bully him here, I'm going to have to do one or two things. So that's what we mean about setting it up.
Keys to that has to be a genuine threat. Can't just be a pretend threat. So it has to be, like I said, I'm not actively doing this, but I'm locked, and if Lachlan tries to pull me down, he's going to feel threatened. So that's all.
So there's your option. Yeah. It's like setting up the Kimura as a joke, and then you go, oh, it's there. Lol, Kimura. Away we go. Whee! Oh no.
Ready for the brachialis?
Oh no.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, my wrist still isn't.
Yeah.
I'm making excuses like a pussy. Just for the training. Okay.
It was a unique one. I didn't know what was going to happen then. You changed right at the last moment to a really high handy based thing. So absolutely slip. Oh, twitching early killed that.
Soreness is making me not commit to things that I should be committing to.
You've got that eggshell feeling about you. There's no like, here I come. It's like, where can I go? And I can feel that, and I'm hitting a good counter.
Neural drive going on. Doesn't feel very nice.
I didn't go because I realised how not ready you were.
That was dumb. I need a rest.
Ethan, get on the table, man. All right, Marcus is going to take over the camera.
I've just been doing weights.
All right, you need to warm up, don't you?
Yeah, a bit.
And you're a bit tired. I won't hit you. Are you ready for some hits?
I'm ready. I'll do some hits.
You tell me when you're ready, and we'll do that. Nice. I like that ridge that we're talking about. You got that ridge really nice. That was good. go, Lockie.
Ryan's feeling strong today. Yes.
I mean, that's an option that'll always work for me, but the other options, no, I like that they didn't. That's a good sign that those other options didn't work. Yeah, getting control of your hand and wrist up top. Trying to Giannis Amelin's you. I'm going inside. There, that's good, man. Almost got through. Oh! You got the jump. Oh, me going inside didn't work. Nice. That's your best start you've had on me. No, sorry, I wasn't. For some reason I was going one after that. Now I'm fired up. Nice. Who do you want, Lachlan or Marcus?
Oh, I'll give Lachlan a bit more of a rest.
Alright, you're up, Marcus.
I like you. But I think it's actually going to help me.
Oh, sorry.
Two from now, two from now.
Two from now.
Next one.
That was slow as.
The Giants are falling.
Sorry.
Oh, Ethan, premature.
Second one.
More back pressure right now. Giving me so much room.
I don't know about you, Marcus, but all my back pressure stuff is fine. That's not a good deal.
On a strap?
Yeah.
I like how Ethan's hustle straps Marcus.
Hey?
I didn't hustle.
Hey, look how high up it is.
So good.
He's just referring to your position.
Yeah. It's both even actually, not like this one.
Side pressure energy off the go, Ethan, where you're not going to take his fingers. It's established now.
Yeah.
So stop trying. Fingers aren't going in the strap. So you just energy sideways, like you were with Jordan the other night.
This one.
Sorry.
Second one.
This one. Yes. Lock you up for a slow pull.
Couple of readies.
Couple of, oh, you being brave?
One day, Lachlan.
Acting like I'm some sort of pussy.
Your backyard's gonna be flared as hell.
Give a fuck, it'll be better next week. Give me that shit. This is training, I don't care how much you beat me up. I'm here to be beat up. If you ain't getting beat up in training, you're a pussy. And your opponent's a pussy. That sucks.
Again? That was pronation from Lachlan then, yeah. In good timing. Nice. Oh, he's getting fired up. I see what's happening, dude. I see what's happening. That static threat's going up.
You took it away from me from not loading. Chat. That hurts.
Sorry, dude. I went early. Yeah. It was overdue, that ready to go.
Yeah, it's just.
Fast and slow.
Fast, motherfucker.
It's all good. This one? Really didn't work. This one? Yeah.
You're on today, right?
Yep. Yeah, it was
It's just so slow.
slow pull.
Slow.
Alright, slow pull. You initiate. Nice. There we go. Release pain or what?
As soon as I got in for a hook, you went, yep, and I went,
Yeah, I got real set for a high hook on that one.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm fucking cool.
Someone give me that left hand, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I want Marcus in the slow pull and then we'll end the video.
Yeah, thank God.
Slow pull, Marcus. Hmm? Yep. Yep. You initiate?
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, nothing, man.
Some days you're just on fire.
Hold on. I just managed to get to 50 yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, worked on it. Yep, got it.
Yep. You go.
You trained yesterday, Ryan?
Oh, I didn't try it today.
I trained yesterday and Saturday.
Nope.
Friday.
Go down again?
Yeah. That's a lot of thumb pump. Pronation, whenever the wrist goes back like that and it's rotating, oh man, the double swan. Anyway, YouTube, what can I say? Some days you're on or some, or you're just fresher. Anyway, good session. Thanks for being here. See ya.
Yes, that's a man!